Have you ever been rejected? Maybe it was a job, a friendship, a relationship, a dream. And did it leave you feeling like you were not good enough, like something was wrong with you? You are not alone. Rejection hurts deeply. But what if rejection is not the end of something, but the beginning? What if it's not a wall, but a signpost? Carl Jung once said, "What you resist persists." And often when we face rejection, we resist it hard. We try to fight it, fix it. We replay it in our minds, wondering what we did wrong. But what if rejection is redirection? What if the very thing you thought was working against you was actually working for you? Let's take a moment and breathe deeply. Inhale slowly and exhale gently. You are not broken. You are being guided. When we are rejected, it feels personal. We feel unwanted, unseen, unworthy. But let's ask a deeper question. Why do we place our value in someone else's approval? Why does a no from the outside become a "you're not enough" on the inside? This is the moment where transformation begins, because inner transformation starts with inner questions, not "why don't they want me?" but "why do I need them to want me to feel okay?" See the shift? That is the path Carl Jung pointed us toward, the journey inward. He taught that we must confront our shadow, the hidden parts of ourselves we don't want to face. And rejection often shines a light on those shadows. It shows us where we've tied our identity to things outside ourselves. And when those things fall away, it hurts, but it also gives us the gift of clarity. Quick pause here, friend. If these words speak to you, consider sharing this with someone you care about. You never know who might need a gentle reminder today. Let's keep going. Sometimes the door closes, not to punish you, but to protect you. Sometimes people leave, not because you were too much, but because they were too little for the journey you're about to take. The truth is, we don't always see the full picture. We see rejection as loss, but often it's pruning, making space, so that something truer, something deeper, something more aligned with who you're becoming can grow. But in the moment, we only see what's missing. That's okay. It's human. The pain of rejection is real. Don't rush past it. Feel it. Sit with it. But don't stay stuck in it. Ask, what is this rejection revealing to me? Maybe it's showing you where you need to heal. Maybe it's guiding you to stop chasing things that don't match your value. Maybe it's saving you from what would have harmed your soul. Now let's gently reflect again. Take a deep breath. And as you breathe out, release the need to have it all figured out. Because you don't need all the answers, you just need to trust the process. Think of a plant being repotted. It feels like disruption, uprooting, but it's actually an upgrade to give its roots more space to grow. That's you, right now. You're not being thrown away. You're being replanted. Rejection can be the space where your roots deepen, where you find your voice, where you return to your truth. Carl Jung taught that the most powerful transformation happens when we bring the unconscious into the light. Rejection can awaken things in you that were asleep, dreams, strength, identity. So don't resist it, let it refine you. Hey, if you're still here, it means you're growing. Thank you for taking this time to go deeper. That's not something many people do. You're different, you're becoming. Let's keep walking. Rejection reminds us that we are not in control of everything, but we are in control of our response. You can choose bitterness or you can choose better. You can close off or you can open up. You can believe that rejection defines you, or you can believe it redirects you back to your path, back to your purpose, back to your inner power. When someone says no to you, it's not the end of your story. It might just be the beginning of your real story, the one where you stop needing outside approval and start giving yourself permission to be fully who you are. That is what inner transformation looks like. That's the path Jung walked. Not the path of comfort, but of courage. Not the path of chasing, but of becoming. You're on that path too, and even if it feels lonely sometimes, you're not alone. Every rejection is a turning point, a sacred invitation, a quiet whisper saying, "This way, beloved, this way." Let's breathe together once more. Inhale hope. Exhale doubt. You're doing better than you think. There's a quiet strength that comes when you stop asking, "Why did this happen to me?" and instead begin asking, "What is this trying to teach me?" Not all lessons come with clear answers. Sometimes the lesson is in the waiting, in the letting go, in the learning to live with questions. You may never fully understand why something didn't work out, and that's okay. Understanding is not always the goal. Sometimes the goal is simply to grow, to become wiser, softer, braver. There's beauty in surrendering to the unknown. You don't have to know the full plan. You just have to take the next right step, and then the next one. That's how redirection works, like walking with a lantern in the dark. You only see a little ahead, but it's enough. One day you'll look back, and it will make sense. But for now, just walk, with trust, with peace, with hope. Let's pause again. Breathe in gently, and breathe out slowly. The truth is, rejection is not a sign of weakness. It's a part of life. Everyone faces it. Even the strongest people, the most talented, the most loving, every single one of them has been rejected at some point. But the difference lies in how they respond. Some let it close their hearts. Others let it open their eyes. When you stop chasing people who don't value you, when you stop forcing yourself into places where you don't feel safe, when you stop begging for love that doesn't return to you, you make room for better, room for peace. Rejection is not a punishment. It's a filter. It filters out what was never going to grow you. It removes what you would have settled for. You deserve more than crumbs. You deserve the whole table. And sometimes life removes those crumbs so you can finally realize how hungry you really are for truth, for connection, for something real. You see, redirection doesn't just change your path, it changes your posture. You stop looking outside for validation. You start listening to your inner voice. That voice may have been quiet for a long time, drowned out by noise, fear, and trying to please others. But now, in this silence after rejection, you can hear it again. It says, "You are still worthy." It says, "You are still becoming." It says, "You are still loved." Don't rush to fix the pain. Feel it, sit with it, cry if you need to. Because on the other side of those tears is clarity, and on the other side of clarity is peace. One last gentle whisper. If this video has brought you peace, send it to someone silently hurting. Let this be their reminder too. And don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button for more. Let's continue. What if rejection is not just redirection, but redirection toward yourself? Toward the version of you that doesn't need to be perfect, that doesn't need to be picked, that doesn't need to chase anyone or anything. Maybe this path you're on, unexpected and uncertain, is leading you back to your own heart, the place where real love begins. Because when you accept yourself fully, you no longer fear being rejected by others. You stop trying to fit. You stop shrinking to be liked. You start living in truth, and that truth is powerful. Carl Jung said that until we make the unconscious conscious, it will direct our lives, and we will call it fate. Rejection can shine a light on your unconscious fears, your patterns, your inner wounds. It gives you the chance to break free from what has held you back. So don't waste your rejection. Don't numb it. Don't rush past it. Let it shape you. Let it soften the parts of you that have been hard for too long. Let it deepen your empathy. Let it open your eyes to the invisible pain in others. Let it awaken your soul, because some people walk through life without ever truly waking up. But not you. You are waking up, slowly, yes, but deeply. You are learning to trust again, to hope again, to love again. And this time it will be different, because now it will come from a deeper place, a place where you no longer need someone else to choose you, because you've already chosen yourself. That's the path of inner transformation. And as you walk forward, remember this: you are not behind. You are not broken. You are exactly where you're meant to be, not to prove anything to anyone, but to discover what you're truly made of. This season may feel quiet, uncertain, lonely, but Carl Jung said, "In all chaos there is a cosmos, in all disorder a secret order." There is purpose in this pause. There is design in the delay. Even if it feels like nothing is happening on the outside, something sacred is happening within. You are being prepared, not punished. You are being called inward, not cast away. Seeds grow in silence. Healing takes place in stillness, and strength is forged in solitude. Rejection may have shaken your confidence, but it also shook loose the false stories you've been carrying. Stories like, "I'm only worthy if I'm accepted," or "I must be perfect to be loved." But Jung also reminds us, the privilege of a lifetime is to become who you truly are. And maybe that's what this is all about. Not about being chosen by someone else, but choosing yourself. Choosing to stay soft when life tries to harden you. Choosing to stay open when the world tells you to close. Choosing to believe in your worth even when someone else couldn't see it. This is the real work. The work that happens in the unseen places. The slow, patient transformation that can't be measured by outside success, only by inner peace. Your visions will become clear only when you can look into your own heart, Jung said. Who looks outside dreams. Who looks inside awakes. You are awakening now, to your truth, to your light, to your path. And every no you've heard, it wasn't a rejection of your soul. It was a redirection toward something more real, more whole, more you. So rest, beloved. You are not forgotten. You are being reformed. Rejection is not your ending. It is your unveiling. And the next chapter, it might just be your most powerful one yet.